In this video, I want to talk a little bit about the grader assignments. In the first week of class, there is a grader project tutorial, and that'll walk you through using some of the components, and I'm going to show you how to work through those. So basically, the grader project is basically the Capstone and the DSP. The DSP is discipline-specific project, and the capstone is just an overview of what you're going to be doing with those. So you do the capstone first and then click on DSP. So we're going to start with the capstone. And let me just center everything okay. And basically when you work with this, just going to get it working in there, there are 4 parts to it. The first part is to download your materials. So if I click on download materials, this will have all the components that you're going to use for that assignment. There may be more, there may be fewer, so it doesn't really matter if you don't see as many as you do now. So I'm going to click on download all files, and we'll let it finish, and then it puts it in your download folder, and I've already done one already. So you can see all these files are loose. My recommendation is to create a folder called Module 1 Capstone and another one called Module 1 DSP, and then move all these files to that folder. I've already done it. I don't want to override it. So you want to have some form of organization. You want to have some organization so that you know what module you're working on and whether or not you're working on a capstone or the discipline specific. So I'm going to minimize that. So the next part is your preview steps. And this is optional, obviously. And this is basically going to show you what you're going to be doing. I've had some students that open this up. They may have 2 monitors. They may put this on a different page. I like to print them. So however you want to deal with it. Anything in blue is what you're going to be typing. So we can close that. If you open up, I'm going to go back to my downloads. If I open up the instructions, so first you can see the student EXP22. Even though it says DSP, it's still the capstone. And then there will be instructions, so I can open up the instructions. Depending on how you have your security set, let me just move this over. You may need to enable editing. Just click on enable editing, and then you'll have your parts of your program. So these are the instructions. There are 4 pages. I find for me, I like to print them, but that's just really up to you. You see all the various things you're going to be doing in this particular assignment. So I'm going to close that. So step 2 is optional. You have to do step 1, obviously. If you go back to download material, let's say you work through this assignment, it's like, oh, I really messed it up. So you can just download the student file again, which I've already done a number of times. The third part is basically where you're going to upload it so that it can be graded. So I'm going to choose my file, and then I'm going to maneuver to where it's located. I think I just did a couple parts to it. So make sure you get the right one. This will actually have your name, not the word student. So I'm going to do that, and then I need to upload it. And this just says that, hey, I see it. Now, I have not completed it, but we'll see what happens. I just did the first, I think I did the first 2 steps. So now if I click Submit for Grading, waiting for grades, we'll see what happens. There we go. So it's been submitted. So you'll notice it closed everything out. So now I can review it. I only got 6% because I only did a couple parts. So if I do review, and see if I can move it in right. There we go. This will show you the various parts and what you did correctly. So for example, I did the first 2 parts. So I changed the margins to normal, and then actually I did part 3, so I'm missing a point here. And I thought I did it right, but we'll see what happens. So you can see these little drop downs. So I'm going to do that. And what this does is it opens up. There we go, and it tells you, oh, I didn't do a step or something here. So you can see that I lost a point for not doing text block 2 was not deleted. Oh, I was supposed to delete something. So that's okay. Even though I did it accidentally, it's nice to say that it's actually purposely. And you can see I didn't complete the assignment, but you go through each part. Now, sometimes You may feel you did it correctly, and it's marking you down. It's marking you down. All you need to do, email me. I can take a look at it, and I can look at it and then make any changes as needed. So don't hesitate to do that. Also, you don't like the score, go back and make corrections and submit it again. You can submit it up to 4 or 5 times. So just keep doing that. So I'm going to go back to the main page. I'll hit back, and you can see it may not actually update my score. Let me see if I can refresh. It might take a little bit of time to update. Oh yeah, here I can see my score. It may not have updated that. So that is working with the grader. That can be kind of a difficult component to work with. So this is the one you want to make sure you take a little bit of time when it's assigned. So that is working with the grader, which is really the capstones and discipline specific. Thank you.